Hey, yo! Welcome back to the Dugout and Beyond, and in this one got a kind of an interesting story about the Oakland Athletics. Of course, we know that they are moving to Sacramento for the next couple years, while their stadium in Las Vegas is going to be built. But yeah, they're moving to the Sutter Health Park, which is for the River Cats right now, and they're the affiliates, of course, the San Francisco Giants, which kind of is an insane thing. Of course, there's a big backstory of why they kind of had to go there in general, but it's a 14,000 capacity seating, which is pretty tiny. That is tiny, and that's basically like kind of Arizona, how the Arizona Coyotes played in the University of Arizona last year before moving to Utah, of course. But now they are moving, of course, now to this park for the minor league game, for minor league seating for a couple years, as yeah, they're trying to. Of course, they lost the Coliseum this last year. Really sad if you didn't see that. It was very crazy, emotional, of course, for obviously the fans of Oakland. But yeah, this is definitely a very interesting thing, as not only that, but also the price of this is actually going up for them to be actually going there in general. They are actually, it was projected to be about $1.5 billion to build that stadium, and now it's projected to be, I think, about 1.7 at this point. And the net worth of Jeff Fisher, the owner of the Athletics, granted, it's a lot of money, but he's worth about just over, I think, almost just under 2.5 billion, which granted he is the heir of the Gap franchise, the clothing Gap. His family is the heir of it. His brothers and sisters all have net worths of like over 1 billion dollars. I think he's the most out of all of them but granted, I think it kind of seems like a large amount of it, but granted, you could probably make a couple $100 million in that industry. But not only that, but they're also gonna have to be spending more, and they've already smacked down on that this offseason already, of course, with the 3-year $67 million deal with Luis Severino. Of course, was on the Yankees for a number of years, and then went to the Mets this last year, and then just signed just this last week, right before the record-breaking deal of Juan Soto of the 15-year $765 million deal with them. But yeah, with this new deal, he basically, at the beginning of the offseason, the Fishers and Oakland were like, we're going to have to spend more money in general to kind of have things go on. And they've already kind of done that. I've heard there's rumors about them going after and keeping Brent Rooker, who's very, very good, who can actually kind of build that team around there for a little bit. Of course, they have some good pitchers. Mason, the closer there, who's throwing like 120 at this point, I'm sure. But yeah, they a capacity of 14,000. Right now, the ticket sale prices are going to be ranging from $39 to $170, around there. I'm sure that there's gonna be some fluctuation, but the ticket prices of the past years through Oakland, I have here from 2006 all the way up to about a couple years ago, of ranging from very, very low of about $22 up around $32 to $33, maybe around $35 the last year or so here, but they've definitely gone up, and it's only gone straight into the Fishers' pocket. They haven't done anything. Actually, if team players were good in the Oakland, they would actually send them down or trade them and stuff. There were players that wore bracelets that were like sell the team or something, as we all saw throughout the league last year, banners and everything. But yeah, this is going to be a crazy time with this, as they're going to be in this minor league park, which I don't actually, I'm sure that we're going to have bombs going out there like crazy. But also, there's the different thing is that if you look into a minor league team, so like with spring training, they basically play in minor league stadiums. So they play in like Seven Banner Field in Tampa, which is where the Tampa Bay Rays are going to be playing, of course, with their stadium being destroyed by the hurricane this past the two hurricane. I don't know if it got destroyed by both or just one. I think it maybe just got one hit it, but as we all saw, the stadium is basically destroyed with the roof and everything off. But there's a difference between playing in a major league stadium and a minor league stadium, is like the eye level difference. Is there's about 3 to 4. There could be like usually three stories of stands in them, 3 to 4 if you're playing Dodgers. Dodgers has 4. Not really sure about other stands. I think the average is about 3 for the most part. But there's about 2 in minor league stadiums. So the eye level difference is going to be vastly different playing in those 2 stadiums for this year, but especially with Oakland playing out there. So it's definitely going to be a different situation with, of course, the players. It's like a different eye level with them with playing pop-ups and stuff. It kind of like, they can see it in the stands where it is, but in that situation, they're playing it like in the sky at that moment, which, granted, as major league players, you should be like, oh, they can make that play, whatever, but that actually can really make a big difference. And if there's the sun shining and it's not in a solid color or a bunch of colors that really stands out with the sun, it does make a difference with how they can play that ball. But of course, this is going to be a crazy offseason with them. And of course, not only are they paying the players, which is like $170 million altogether, plus Severino, I think it makes like 180 or something like that in general. I don't think the whole payroll has come out for the team in general because we've just started free agency a couple weeks ago. But yeah, this is the start of him basically breaking open that checkbook open out there in Sacramento and seeing what he can do with this team from now on, and maybe not making this look like a crap team in general, and kind of wanting to actually do well in all that. It was kind of funny there was a press conference, of course, when they opened up and they announced it and they had the whole ceremony at the stadium. I think that was last offseason, actually, when they decided all this. He wasn't saying, oh yeah, let's watch Brent Hooker, or let's watch any of our other guys who are going to be there for the next year. I think they've traded half the players already, and I'm sure they have only like 4 or 5 players left from their roster and stuff. I haven't actually looked at their roster, so don't quote me on that. In general, we obviously will get closer to that as the season starts. But he was like, yeah, we'll watch Judge and Stan and Bryce Harper, all of them. He didn't mention, I don't even think he mentioned one Oakland A's player to watch them hit bombs against their team. He was looking forward to watching other players do well in that park and seeing what can happen. So it was pretty funny to see that actually go down. But yeah, in general, this is going to be very interesting in how this all goes down. Of course, I will be probably doing another one, probably mentioning about the Tampa one in another video, so definitely subscribe for that along the way as we get down the way and seeing what it's like, as we do have that already happening. Yes, there are some little things going out that can kind of help the Yankees along in the long run, with Tampa, of course, playing in Steinbrenner Field down in Tampa. I'm just gonna down there in Florida, but this is definitely going to be an interesting situation with the A's, and I'm not going to say they're going to do any better. I'm sure we can see some good starts coming when Severino is out there on the mound for them starting. I'm gonna guess he's gonna kind of win the starting job already. Just I'm gonna quote me on that. I want to see actually if that happens. I'm gonna stick myself to that also in the end. But yeah, let's see how much more money Fisher will spend on this, and of course he has to spend more money on the new stadium in general also. So that's going to already come out of his the paycheck checkbook for him in that general vicinity also. So this is going to be very awesome to see how it's all going to turn out. And yeah, definitely still a crazy situation that this is all part of in this situation. And he's trying to raise the prices to get more money to come into his own pocket to try and figure out what he's going to do. Actually, I think it says the club is going to have a $105 million payroll in 2025, roughly reaching that 150% level mark to set a new franchise record, surpassing the nearly 299 in 1999 and in 2019. So just surpassed the $100 million mark payroll this year for the A's. So let's see what happens. Of course, we're all going to be just breaking down throughout the offseason and into the season. So definitely subscribe for more as we get through this and seeing how the A's and Fisher work this out in Sacramento in Sutter Health Park. the affiliates, for the Rivercast, the affiliates of the San Francisco Giants. I'll see you on the next one. Peace!